He's fighting the craftiest heavyweight maybe of all time.
Yeah.
Usyk is so slick. He is,
Yes.
I mean, he's the guy who's trained by the same guy that Lomachenko was trained by.
I'm making a lot of generalizations and assumptions right now, but if you look through the history of heavyweight boxing, you're not going to find as many movers, at least good footwork, for the size they're at that Usyk is. You might look to a Muhammad Ali.
Best fighter in the world. You guys saw that video. Number one, I have Oleksandr Usyk as the best fighter in the world. So I don't have him as an all-time great heavyweight.
Joe Rogan reacts to Oleksandr Usyk's knockout win over Daniel Dubois by calling him the greatest heavyweight ever. Rogan praises Usyk's unbelievable movement, his sharp boxing IQ, and his ability to control the ring with ease. He says Usyk isn't just great, he's special. The way he boxes is on another level, and his dominance proves why he deserves to be in the GOAT conversation without question.
Trained by the same guy that Lomachenko was trained by. So he's got just unbelievable movement. His angles, the way he boxes, his feints and movement, total next level.
Analysts agree that Oleksandr Usyk has little left to prove. His victory reinforced the belief that he is the most complete heavyweight in the modern era. From footwork to ring IQ and composure under pressure, Usyk continues to separate himself from the rest. Experts noted that, should he wish to fight again, the only remaining viable options would be Tyson Fury or Joseph Parker.
I'm making a lot of generalizations and assumptions right now, but if you look through the history of heavyweight boxing, you're not going to find as many movers, at least good footwork, for the size they're at that Usyk is. You might look to a Muhammad Ali, for example, and that would be a good matchup. Again, you look to Mike Tyson, who is a speed and explosive move, whereas Usyk is very relaxed, it's composed, and the movement has a purpose, but it's not super explosive. It almost lulls you to sleep before the Cobra strikes, not Carl Froch. No reference there, Cobra. But yeah, the point is, again, maybe it's recency bias. Maybe I'm being a little too generous to Oleksandr Usyk, but when you are 2 times undisputed without ever...
These bouts would be less about validation and more about completing a grand chapter. Alternatively, if he chooses to retire as the undisputed champion, few would question the timing. Usyk has already climbed every mountain worth climbing, and his position in the pantheon of greats seems secure.
Usyk almost has every single skill set. He has the feet, he has the power, he has the volume, he has the accuracy. He can set up and deliver. He can fight off the front foot, he can fight off the back foot. He can get stronger as the fight goes on, he can start quick. There are things that make him so special that I just haven't seen at the heavier weight classes in a very long time. And I don't know if he's getting the credit he deserves because he's not the greatest talker and English isn't his first language, and he's not very extravagant or flamboyant. But again, maybe I'm just being a bit of a recency bias merchant. Maybe it's not as big a deal as I'm making it. And maybe Usyk still has a lot left to prove. I don't see anyone stopping him soon. Joseph Parker's the next guy. Bring him in. I don't think that one goes different. Usyk wants to fight Tyson Fury. I heard him say that name in the ring in a trilogy.
Jake Paul praised Usyk on Twitter, saying, "Ukraine should be so proud of this warrior Usyk." His words reflect the global respect Usyk has earned through his incredible performances. Eddie Hearn couldn't hide his amazement as he reflected on Oleksandr Usyk's victories over top heavyweight contenders. To beat Anthony Joshua twice, a man known for his athleticism and knockout power, is an achievement in itself. Adding 2 victories against Daniel Dubois only strengthens Usyk's legacy. Hearn emphasized how incredible it is that Usyk has repeatedly found ways to neutralize younger, stronger opponents with a style that's both graceful and punishing. It's a testament to how special Usyk is. He doesn't just win, he dominates. This recent fight showcased all his strengths: technical brilliance, heart, endurance, and perfect timing. For Hearn, it's not just another win. It's a moment in boxing history.
Usyk's just phenomenal. I mean, what a fighter. Like, if you watch that fight, Usyk was under pressure in the first round because Dubois comes out fast like he did against AJ, and if he catches you, you're in trouble. And I think just after that, he just decided, basically, I'm not going to go on the back foot anymore. I'm going to take the fight to Dubois. And he just kind of beat him up and obviously stops him. I mean, he's beaten AJ twice, Fury twice, Dubois twice. Unbelievable.
Boxing analyst Spencer Oliver described Usyk as a complete individual, not only for his in-ring excellence, but for his reputation outside the ropes. He praised Usyk's intellect, wit, and engaging personality, traits that make him well-liked across fans, commentators, and fellow athletes. His kindness, humor, and thoughtful interviews complement his fearsome boxing skills, making him a rare blend of charisma and talent.
Listen, we're talking about a guy here that's maybe not just a generational great, an all-time great. You know, I think that what he stands for, not just inside the ring, but what he stands for outside the ring as well. You know, he's a very infectious person. You see, you listen to him speak. He's very knowledgeable. He's very funny. He's just, yeah, he's an all-rounder. And what we saw last night was something exceptional. You know, I think that, yeah, Oleksandr Usyk is great at sort of taking on data when he's boxed people before, coming back and doing it better, and he delivered that last night. He showed that against Daniel Dubois, who many thought, including myself, could have been Dubois' time. I thought that Dubois might, you know, timing is everything in boxing, and you looked at it and you go, Oleksandr Usyk, 38 years of age, showed no signs of decline, but you just felt that it might be Daniel Dubois' time. And
Oliver emphasized that no current heavyweight seems capable of defeating him, and confidently placed Usyk in the company of icons like Muhammad Ali and George Foreman. According to Oliver, Usyk doesn't just compete with legends. He deserves to be remembered alongside them.
Probably the best I've ever seen in box, actually. And that was just down to a lot of people talking about how poor Daniel Dubois was, but I think that was all down to Oleksandr Usyk and his brilliance. I mean, look, he's going to go down for me as one of the greatest, if not the greatest of all time. And that's including everyone. Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, George Foreman. You know, that's a big shout, I know. But what I'm saying is this guy has done it and he's delivered. And yeah, he's an exceptional fighter.
Popular boxing commentator Biz Theodult spoke highly of Usyk's dominance. He declared Usyk the best fighter currently active, regardless of weight class. Even if Joseph Parker steps into the ring against him, Showbiz stated, he doesn't see Usyk losing. It's not just about his record, it's the way he breaks down opponents that impresses most. Usyk doesn't rely on power alone. His success comes from control, deception, and brilliant use of angles. The consistency he shows, even when under pressure, is unmatched. Showbiz added that the boxing world is witnessing a unique moment where greatness is not developing. It's already here in full form.
As an all-time great pound-for-pound fighter, and where do I put him there? Pretty damn high, all right? Oleksandr Usyk exposed Dubois' many weaknesses, and to stop him within 5, I mean, he dominated Dubois the way Dubois dominated AJ. So Usyk is just really too much for this era of heavyweight, and I can't really think of anyone who can beat him. Joseph Parker is a good fight, still got him. I got him over Big Bang Zhang. Agit Kabayar is a great one. That'll be a fantastic tussle. I still have Usyk. Moses, that guy is very talented, but the experience and the punching power. Usyk got some punching power. He's swatting up there. Usyk is an all-time great heavyweight, yes, but he's definitely an all-time great fighter.
Veteran journalist Gareth A Davies was emphatic in his praise, stating that this performance elevated Usyk from being a once-in-a-generation fighter to someone deserving of all-time great status. The night wasn't just about a win, it was about how Usyk delivered it, with intelligence, timing, and control. The bout demonstrated everything a historian of the sport looks for: the ability to adapt, to take on the toughest challenges, and to leave no doubts.
It will always be remembered as the night that Oleksandr Usyk passed from a generational great into an all-time great, I think, because he was so brilliant against Dubois. The one time he got trapped on the ropes, he slid away and out of trouble. The one time he took a punch on the belt line, he didn't even blink. He's just so brilliant. He was fantastic all week, and he dispensed with Dubois by decisive, accurate movement and speed and power, and broke Dubois' heart.
Davies emphasized the brilliance of the performance, saying that fans decades from now will look back on this night as one of the defining moments in modern heavyweight boxing.
He'd got himself one step ahead of Dubois by knowing that he was going to come forward and be aggressive. So he was there ready to counter everything and take the middle of the ring. I thought he would do that anyway, but it was just, everything was on point with him during the fight. It was brilliant. Did you watch it yourself?
I did watch it.
Boxing analyst Daniel Trainer acknowledged that Daniel Dubois made a genuine attempt to disrupt Usyk's rhythm by applying pressure early. However, it quickly became clear that Usyk was in total control. The trainer highlighted the Ukrainian champion's sharp accuracy and ring awareness. Despite Dubois' physical strength and effort, he couldn't catch Usyk cleanly or dictate the pace. Usyk's ability to anticipate punches and counter with precision made him look untouchable. Trainer concluded that Usyk wasn't just winning exchanges, he was dismantling Dubois systematically, making it clear how far ahead he is from the rest of the division.
You know, probably crowd his work a little bit from the off and the get-go, but Usyk's just far too good, far too seasoned, far too clever. He's kind of a one-off, and you could see after 2 rounds, you know, Daniel was applying educated pressure, but Usyk had to up it himself, and he slowed pace. He slowed pace down very cleverly, and from the second round onwards, and managed to back up Daniel, which is not a good sign. A southpaw backing up an orthodox, a big strong man. It's not a good sign. It was just a matter of time before he got his long left hook off, in which he finalised the victory.
Promoter Frank Warren reacted with high praise after the knockout, saying that Oleksandr Usyk would be considered an elite fighter in any boxing era. His words highlighted the rare talent Usyk possesses, noting that he has something truly special that separates him from the average champion. Whether it's the 1970s or today, Warren believes Usyk's intelligence and style would allow him to thrive. He doesn't depend on brute force, but rather a brilliant strategy that allows him to outthink and outmaneuver even the most dangerous opponents. In Warren's view, Usyk has already earned his spot among boxing's timeless legends.
You know, Oleksandr Usyk, for me, a heavyweight in any generation, would be an outstanding fighter, and I take my hat off to him in how he coped and how he showed such mental resilience in the other guy's backyard, and you know, he's something special. He's a special fighter. I thought up until that round, I thought it was a pretty good fight to watch, and Daniel's obviously very disappointed. He's in the dressing room at the moment, and if he's going to come back, he's got to learn from it. He's only 27 years of age. You know, look back at Frank Bruno, for example. 3 times he fought for the world title, and he got it in the fourth attempt.
Following his latest triumph, several analysts expressed that the current generation has never seen a fighter quite like Usyk. Becoming a 3-time undisputed champion, including at cruiserweight and now heavyweight, is an extraordinary accomplishment. These achievements set him apart in today's boxing landscape. He isn't just racking up titles, he's building a legacy rooted in dominance across divisions.
In the 4-belt era of boxing, in the modern era, we've never seen anyone be a 3-time undisputed champion. It's insane what we're witnessing here. And it's not just insane that he did 3 times, it's the fact that he's moved up from cruiserweight into heavyweight in an era where they are fucking giants. I'm a big man. I've met these guys, Dubois, Fury, AJ. They're massive. And he, at 220 pounds, has moved into this weight class, and he has defeated these guys, and he's made them look average. And they're not average. A lot of people out there will say, oh, well, they were never that good anyway. They're fucking great. But Usyk is the greatest of my lifetime. I have never seen anyone as good of a fighter in MMA or boxing. I've never seen anything like this, ever. And I've never picked against him in a fight, ever. And I never fucking will, no matter how old he gets. Because he keeps proving why he's the best, and yet some people constantly pick against him.
The way he has managed to defeat larger opponents with ease, using agility and smart footwork, is something rarely seen. Experts emphasize that fans are witnessing history unfold with every round he fights, and few fighters past or present can compare.
Oleksandr Usyk has been the fighter who exposes who knows boxing from who doesn't know boxing, because literally he'll beat people and he'll rematch the guy and people will say, yeah, but this time. And it's like, have you not witnessed the data here? Are you not absorbing what you're seeing here? What is it going to take? The way his legacy has been underappreciated by British media has been a joke. So put some fucking respect on his name once and for all, man. Because this man, he is the truth. And this was the moment it all unfolded for Daniel Dubois. What a shot from Oleksandr Usyk, who just made it look so easy. It was outrageous. I'll show you how me and the lads reacted to it in case you haven't seen. Oh! That's it! Daniel Dubois!
Veteran commentator Adam Smith reflected on the perception of Usyk in the British media. He noted that Usyk's accomplishments haven't always received the recognition they deserve, partly due to national biases and the fact that Usyk isn't from the UK. However, after this performance, Smith believes the tide is turning.
To the ring in Riyadh, maybe all the talk about the low blow in the first fight, wasn't it? I think he just wanted to show the world how good he is, and that's what he did tonight. He took away Daniel Dubois' best weapon, his jab, in the first 30 seconds, exactly like he did with Joshua in the first fight at Spurs. I thought he was brilliant in those first couple of rounds. His footwork was fantastic. He was aggressive as well as moving, and I thought he shook Dubois as well at the end of the second round. I thought Daniel did really well in the third round, actually, to come back and landed a few right hands, but they were sort of partially blocked. Usyk never really gets hit flush. There was that other sort of low blow type body shot, exactly like the one in Poland, which they sort of shook off. And
Usyk's remarkable skill and unshakable resilience have silenced even his toughest critics. His recent performances have proven beyond doubt that he belongs among the elite, earning admiration from analysts worldwide. Adam Smith emphasized that boxing is a global sport, and Usyk's accomplishments reach far beyond national borders. No longer just a Ukrainian champion, he has become a global icon. His discipline, technique, and intelligence in the ring set him apart from others in the sport. Usyk deserves universal respect not only for what he has won, but for how he has won, through brilliance, courage, and undeniable greatness.
The fifth round that he had all that success against Joshua, but unfortunately tonight it was about levels, and I thought it was a stunning performance, and the crowd just love him, and London is his second home. I think 90,000 people, some of them who are cheering Dubois on, will all go home having been in the presence of greatness. And I think that we'll look back at Oleksandr Usyk's career and just we'll feel very privileged to have been part of it. I think he's one of the greatest fighters that's ever lived. I mean, you can't argue. 3 times undisputed. Certainly in my time of covering the sport, he's up there with Lennox Lewis, Floyd Mayweather, maybe Roy Jones at his peak. But I mean, what this guy's done, an amateur middleweight, going up to win everything is in the unpaid ranks, Olympic gold medal, and then wow.
With each victory, talk grows louder that Oleksandr Usyk might be approaching the end of his illustrious career. Analysts have noted that only 1 or 2 meaningful fights remain for him before retirement becomes the likely next step. A clash with Tyson Fury or Joseph Parker could be the final test of his legacy. However, even if those bouts never happen, Usyk has already done enough to leave the sport with his head held high. Fans and commentators alike are hoping to witness at least one more display of brilliance before he steps away. If he retires soon, it will be with his place in history fully secured.
What makes the most sense for the pound-for-pound king and heavyweight champion of the world? I'm just going to say I want to see Moses Saitama, even though he's not even ready, even though he'd be jumping up 5 or 6 levels. But I think Usyk said before Dubois, he only has 2 fights left, Dubois and then 1 more after that. If we can only get 1 more out of him, it comes down to 2 choices for me. Either if he's going to fight a veteran, Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker is a great style matchup. Joseph Parker has the feet and the IQ and the jab and some of the hand speed to challenge Usyk in areas where he's usually dominant against bigger heavyweights. Love that fight. And then the other fight, Moses Saitama, even though, again, he'd be skipping so many steps. And Saitama fights Dillian White next month. I think he wins that fight by knockout. So, yeah, I think those are the 2 fights that make sense if Usyk is to do what he originally said, which is fight.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.